Yes! Alrighty! What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god and straight shooter, Bang! Peter Joseph here for a Friday afternoon video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66, Resident Evil 9, Bang! 9. So, 9, get it? Good. Alright, Killer Demon 669, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So, subscribe to my channels right now. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, the present, and the future Conan on my respective channels. Do it now. And don't leave stupid comments because you get sent to the Shadow Realm. And then Ozzy and Satan and everybody else will eat your soul. So don't do it. Do it on somebody else's channel. Or do it on your dead channel. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, well, too bad for you. You're SOL. You know what that means. If you don't know what it means, well, too bad for you. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Something for the weekend. Yeah, it's Friday, February the 27th, 2026. Pretty much done with February. After tomorrow, we begin the great month of March on Sunday. Sunday. And we're just a few weeks away, about a month away, a little over a month away from Easter. And we're 2 weeks away from, actually, take that back. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we turn the clock forward an hour. So from 2 o'clock, 2 a.m., becomes 3 a.m., so we lose an hour of sleep. Not that we need it, but who cares. So, we get that. Sun's gonna be out. It's about 6, gonna be, dark by 7:30. That's good. By the time we hit June, it'll be 9 o'clock. So, dark by 9 o'clock. So, you got a lot to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. So, hope you have a great weekend, and, be safe and be well. That's pretty much it. Getting a little bitty storms from Sunday to pretty much all next week is gonna be a mess. Rain, snow, ice, But hopefully, it'll melt some of this garbage snow, and then I heard a rumor that next Sunday is gonna be 60 degrees. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I like a nice 75-degree day. Soon. But not too soon, but, well, soon, but we'll see. But anyway, enough about that. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. And, that's it. Let me move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got SmackDown coming up tonight at 8 p.m. on that great station of the USA Network. The go-home show before the Elimination Chamber tomorrow night, which I will not be watching because I will not be around. So yeah, I am taking a couple days off after today. Maybe midday tomorrow I will do my final videos, and then I'll be off for maybe a couple of days because I have some personal stuff to do this weekend, and early next week I'm busy. I gotta go to the dentist and get a couple of teeth extracted and done. It's a mess, So I'm busy with other shit as well. So the videos will be coming, but sporadically, like I said. But I think next week will be the final week of that shit. So by Wednesday or Thursday next week, I will be pretty much back to normal, hopefully. But we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, got a couple of videos coming your way before we get to SmackDown. We got AEW coming later. We'll talk about TNA as well. Then we'll get to SmackDown. And then after SmackDown, we'll talk about Ring of Honor from last week and this week. And tomorrow, we'll talk about SmackDown. We'll do the predictions for Elimination Chamber. And then that's pretty much it. As far as the review for the Chamber, I'll try to get a mini review up maybe Sunday or Monday. But we'll see what happens with that. And then your Monday Night Raw review will be coming probably Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday. So it's a little bit backed up because I'm busy. So get that. Alright, after 5 minutes of spiel, which you probably clipped, then I don't give a fuck. And by the way, for our newbies out there, I forgot to mention, if you're new here, Well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab that tasty cold one. This is a mixed drink, not alcohol, because you can't tell it's alcohol, so. No, it's just meal. It's fruit punch. That's that. It's a mixed fruit punch drink. So, non-alcoholic drinks. That's all we drink here. They can't prove it either, so. Kiss my rosy Italian ass. And lick it good. That's it. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so now after 5.5 minutes of spiel, it is time for your late, really late, getting close to out of date, Monday Night Raw review for this past Monday, February the 23rd, 2025, and we are emanating from the State Farm Arena in that great city of Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Boom, 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 boom. Probably one of the greatest 80s theme songs ever in wrestling. There are others, but Bad Street USA by the fabulous Freebirds, really Michael P.S. Hayes. Because you don't really see, you just see him. You don't see Jimmy Jam Garvin or even Terry Bam Bam Gordy in that fucking video. It's just Michael P.S. Hayes singing the fucking song with his fake band. Though the guitar player plays a mean riff. Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Easy riff, easy. You can play it on guitar if you want to, but it is what it is. Alright. From Atlanta, GA, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw, our commentary team, as always, the legendary Michael Cole and Corey Slave. Alright, this was the AJ Styles tribute show. We will talk about AJ in a minute and what happened with him and a certain guy named The Undertaker, the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era. And where AJ's going, you can go back a video on my Peter Joseph channel. You can check out the video of him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. So that kind of brings us into this video. So we got that. Alright, but we start with Michael Cole and Corey Graves in the ring. Welcome to the show with the tribute to AJ. And then this guy, you knew he was coming out. Walter comes out, says this is a disgrace to the sport of professional wrestling. So Michael Cole and Corey Graves go back on commentary. So he tells him go back on commentary and praise me instead. Okay. Then he lists all the people he's retired: Goldberg, Cena, AJ, soon to be Rey Mysterio at Mania, soon to be Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, some of the others in between, probably. Who knows? And then Adam Pearce comes out with security and says, "Get the fuck out of here!" I'm like, yeah, get him out. Shit. Walter says, "Alright, I'll leave. But, I'm leaving because this is a disgrace, and that this is a tribute show to AJ Styles." So they're taking him out, and then after that, and they're leading him out, and then Dragon Lee, once again, like he did last week, jumps Walter. That gets broken up easily. Yeah, you can break up a quick fight, but any other fight you can't break up with your Walmart security, right, Adam Pearce? Right, Hunter? Just saying. So Walter yells at Adam Pearce in the back. Dragon Lee jumps him again. I mean, really, the security guards, you break that up and they still fight. Come on. Anyway, that gets broken up. Pearce says, "It's not your night. Get out of here." And then we see Cody, MD Cody, that bitch. He walks right past him like, Walter, Cody? Yeah, end him, please, Walter. End his garbage career. Please. It'll do the sport a lot. Get rid of Cody. But I digress. Anyway, so Cody goes to the ring. And by the way, 3 out of 5 stars for Walter's little segment. So Cody goes to the ring, but then the Vision, or the Broken Vision, that's Big Bronson Otaku Reed, Logan Small, and Austin Theory, along with the Wise Man, "My name is Paul Heyman." They come out, cut him off. Good, because we don't want to hear from Cody yet, as it is. Even though he's from Atlanta, GA. Another guy is from Atlanta, Austin Theory, doesn't like the town where you were born there. And I'm embarrassed to be from Atlanta. It is what it is. And then Logan Small threatens to take over SmackDown. Good luck with that. Kicks Cody off of it. Okay, I'd like to see that. The Vision starts, and we're gonna kick you off, and then the Vision starts to take over as of now. Bronson Reed's gonna qualify for the Chamber, win the title. Right. And then Cody's like, well, I got somebody else that might have something to say about that, and then we get, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. The Yeet Man comes out, Mr. J. Uso, for our first match of the night, final elimination qualifying match for the men. So I gave Cody's little part 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, so we have Jey Uso, Big Bronson Otaku Reed, and the original El Grande Americano, that's Chad Gable. See who gets the final spot in the men's chamber match. And it was a pretty decent match for 15 and a half minutes. Starts off with, Jay and Chad Gable trying to beat the crap out of Bronson Reed. It kind of worked, and then Jay's throwing in a dance like, yeah, look at me, boom, 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 yeet. Okay, Jay. A jumping Insagiri catches Bronson, but he cuts off Jay's suicide dive, and then El Grande Americano moonsaults onto both of them, knocks them down, and then Bronson sent into the barricade. I think it broke, or ow anyway. We go to break, we come back, Bronson comes back in, Violence carry both of them at once. Big powerful man he is, because that's what he does. That's what I do! Like a certain guy named Mark Henry would say. Alright, so with Chad Gable down, yeah, it's Chad Gable. I'm not saying El Grande Americano, the original version, because we know who the other one is, and that's Ludwig Kaiser or Ludwig Spears. We know that. We don't even need to know. Because we know the Mass versus Mass match is going to happen at Mania. We know who they are. So it makes no sense to have the Mass versus Mass match. We know who they are. But WWE's like, oh, we don't know who they are, so throw the Mass match. Let's have a Mass versus Mass match to see who they really are. Dumb. But I digress. Alright, so Chad Gable's down. Bronson grabs a neck crank to slow down the pace a little bit on Jay, who fights up, drops Bronson Reed. One hell of a diving headbutt for a near fall on Jey Uso by El Grande Americano, with the big man, Bronson Reed, making the save. And I think that's where he tore his bicep. Ow. He's out for months. Oh, he tore it good. Grande Americano hits a German suplex on Bronson Reed. He starts touching his arm. Referee's like, what's going on? And then we go to break, but then we see, if you didn't have the ads on Netflix, you see the referee go, that means legit injury. The medics come out, check on him, and Bronson is pissed. I would be too if I tore my fucking bicep right before WrestleMania, or tore my pec or some shit. It's WrestleMania season, the WrestleMania curse happens, and everybody's getting hurt. And we got like a month and a half to go before Mania, so everybody's getting hurt now, so things have to change. Now the Masked Man storyline is on hold now. Seth Rollins, who knows if he's coming back by Mania? I don't think he will. He's trying to, but I don't think he will. Braun Breaker might come back at Mania to fight, I don't know who. Were they gonna scrap that? He won't be at Mania. I don't know. And no wonder Hunter's pissed. He has no creative, and the people in creative are getting mad because of all the changes and shit. I would be mad too. And you wonder why the WrestleMania tickets are not going fast enough. It's been almost 30-something thousand tickets have been sold. Unlike last year, when at this time, it was like 40-something thousand, 45,000. That's sad. Even with the 25% off, they couldn't sell. You know why? Because the card looks like shit. Besides Roman and Punk, the rest of the card that's kind of formulating now is pretty much eh. And then with the rumor of Brock Lesnar and Eli Drake, you want to go see that? And with the ticket prices, I mean, it's like $8,000 to sit in front row. What? Something like that? It's a lot of money to sit front row, and obviously front row for Mania is a lot, but, I mean, that much? And even in the nosebleed seats, it's like $300, $400, $500, somewhere around that. $300 to $600. I'm like, what? It's like the Super Bowl. Come on now. I know it's WrestleMania, but still, $600 for the nosebleed seats? That's overpriced. That's why nobody wants to go. And nobody's going next year because it's in Saudi Arabia. And who knows where WrestleMania 44 is going to be. I'm hoping it's in New Orleans or Tennessee, where it should have been. Really, New Orleans. But who knows? We won't find out WrestleMania 44 until probably later this year or next year. And I guarantee WrestleMania 43 will suck. It will suck. And the start time for Mania got changed. It's starting at 2 p.m. Pacific time. I think it's Pacific or Mountain time. So we're seeing it about 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's not bad. Not that bad. But still. And there's no NXT Stand and Deliver that day, which is good because it's 2 weeks earlier, April the 4th, in St. Louis. So they're scrapping that idea. So it helps out production because they don't want to have to, do all the rigging and all the taking down the ring or whatever they're going to do. And then they got SmackDown, the Hall of Fame the same night. Then they got NXT. Then they got to run to Allegiant Stadium. It's a mess. So I'm glad that they're taking off Stand and Deliver from WrestleMania. I think that's a good idea. So Hickenbottom, you did a good thing for once. But I digress. So yeah, because WrestleMania week is insane as it is. You got Raw, then you got NXT, then you got SmackDown, then the Hall of Fame right after that. Probably won't be at the arena. Probably at the same place it was last year. Then you got, you would have NXT at like 11 o'clock in the morning here in the Northeast. That's 8 o'clock Pacific time, 7, 8, 9 o'clock Pacific time. I think it's stupid to have NXT on the same day as WrestleMania night one. Stupid. So break it up, have it earlier, which I think is a great idea. And go from there. Just have WrestleMania the way it's going to be right now. Just have it night 1, night 2, and not have so much shit in between on night 1. Just have it the way it used to be. You have NXT Stand and Deliver maybe like the week before WrestleMania. Well, really, you should have it a week or two before Mania. Because you got everything else in between with Dynamite, and then you got, I don't know if it's doing it at that time. It used to be Supercard of Honor for Ring of Honor. TNA's going to have a show. I think with Billions the week after Mania. I think. I'll check that date. But it's insane. Anyway, back to the match. So Bronson Reed is out of the match. Jay hits a dive on Chad Gable. The referee is telling them that Bronson Reed is not going to be in the match, and Bronson Reed was supposed to win the match, so they had to do an audible, and basically, Jey Uso got the win after a spear and a suicide splash. Jey Uso goes to the chamber instead of Bronson Reed. It sucks for Bronson Reed, but Jey Uso's in the match. What are you going to do? He's not going to win, because Cody's the most likely to win that match, which sucks, but it plays into the storyline with Drew and Jacob. That's that. Alright, as far as the match goes, it was alright. It was alright. 3 out of 5 stars, that's it. Alright, then we get a look back at AJ Styles' Royal Rumble debut in 2016. That was great. He came in at number 3, I believe, and Roman was in the ring. Oh, Roman's like, who's this guy? I mean, this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? I'm the tribal chief, you know. Bring me somebody else. Roman didn't win that year, I don't think. Did he win that year? I think he did win that match. I gotta check, but anyway, moving on. Alright, then we see CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Champion, arrive in a NASCAR, well, a car basically, driven by NASCAR driver Tyler Reddick, and nobody gives a fuck about him. Fuck NASCAR. If you like NASCAR, well, fuck you too. NASCAR's like mumble rap, it sucks. Ha ha! Let me move on. Alright, then we get the sad-looking Liv Morgan. I can't do her laugh. She goes over with Dominic Guerrero, the double champion, the Intercontinental, and the Triple R Mega Champion. We know him as Eddie's son. Eddie, that's your son. I know it's my son. Did you see Raw? Of course I watch Raw. I watch Raw every night. Every time my son is on, I watch it. Pero, okay, calm down. Just want to know your son was on the air, okay? But he looked great, too. He has good hair, too. I hope he doesn't lose that match to Mr. El Vikingo. You know, because Dom bald would not look me a good look. And I hope he doesn't lose it, S.A. Yeah, but you can have your hair that you had before you died. My hair is always great, even with the mullet. It's true. True. Listen to Eddie. Eddie's always right. I'm never wrong. Okay, calm down. Anyway. Alright, so Liv Morgan with Dom. She comes out, announces her WrestleMania pick. But we look back at last week's interview with La Primera, Stephanie Verker, the women's champion of Raw. Now with subtitles. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you. Stephanie said that Liv has sacrificed nothing in her time in WWE and has to hide behind a man to have success. She's nothing without the Judgment Day, and Stephanie will destroy her. Makes more sense with the subtitles. Unless you have a hot girlfriend that can translate for you. Thanks! Yeah, get ready. We're going to go out to eat soon. Anyway. Alright, back in the arena, Dom introduces the potential WrestleMania opponents, meaning Stephanie Verker or Jade Cargill, the SmackDown Women's Champion. So they come out. Liv's like, I made my choice for WrestleMania, but I want to address what you said last week, Stephanie. And the things you said hurt me, and I didn't know what you went through to get here. I didn't know your story, but now I need to focus on my own. With that being said, BAM! Oh, she knocked Stephanie the fuck out with that mic shot. Basically made her pick. Then she hits Oblivion to kind of further make her point. And Jade's like, oh shit. You go, girl. Pretty much. Jade just stood there and looked pretty and looked by. You know, that's it. You don't need to do anything. Alright, so it looks like we got Stephanie Verker defending against Liv Morgan, and I think we're going to get a new champion. Unless Dom fucks it up. I hope not. Eddie, if Dom fucks up his girlfriend's title win, are you going to be mad? Of course I'd be mad! I want her to be the champion! And be happy with my son! They should be married. Well, Dom's already married to his real-life girlfriend, you know that. I know that, I just want him to be happy too. Okay. We get it. We get it. Okay. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then it's time for the crazy man. Your boy is bouncy. Javon Evans. I can't do this thing, but you know, I'm just gonna make a great meme for you. So Javon Evans, bouncy, is all happy with his win last week. I think to get in the chamber. But stops to meet someone named Offset. We know him as Cardi B's former boyfriend. He knocked her up and then gone. Like all the other guys that she's been with. Stephon Diggs, oi. glad you got out of that relationship, Stefan. I'm just saying. Cardi B goes through men like William Uta goes through toilet paper. Okay, that makes no sense, but whatever. Yeah, Cardi B just goes through men like it's like Nick Cannon goes through women, pretty much. She will get with you, fuck you, you impregnate her, she'll be with you, have the kid, and then say bye to you, take your money, and goodbye. Pretty much. With her fake ass. Her bongos, basically. And her wet ass putty. I still like her music, but I would never date her in my life. Maybe I'll just do a hit and run and leave. Make sure I'm wearing a rubber. Oh, I don't need to have a kid with her. It'd be like, oh, insane. I'll take the kid and run. It's like, you getting shit. I'll take the kid and like, you pay me. You pay my child support, bitch. Shit. Alright, moving on. Yeah, I know. Stop. Anyway. Rose is being annoying. Anyway. Alright, so we get that. Anyway, the New Day come in, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston! I don't know if we saw, Mr. Maxman Grayson Waller. I didn't see him. I think he was hiding somewhere. They come in and say it should be a tribute to Xavier Woods. Why? And they have invited Offset here for years. So Offset thinks the New Day sucks. Well, we kind of do. And a match between Kofi Kingston and Javon is made for later. Ooh, that should be good. Two high-flying maniacs. We got that. Alright, then we're going to look at AJ winning the world title the first time in 2017 from a guy named Jinder Mahal on SmackDown. We all remember that one. We get that. Alright, then we're in the back. And, we had Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the wrestling gremlin. Yeah! The Girls of Destiny are there, without the makeup, in suits, mind you. I guess they're doing some business, I don't know. So they're there, and then Mia Yim comes in, and then, of all people I was marking out for this, the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, to Street Me for the love of fucking God. Ah, yeah, we got a little mini Bullet Club reunion with that. Well, Mia Yim was not technically in the Bullet Club, the original Bullet Club from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and the wars that Gallows and Anderson and the Girls of Destiny have had in Japan, in Ring of Honor, which I've seen and been at. Oh, that was a great reunion. Great. Loved it. 5 out of 5. Me and him didn't even have to be there just to make it look good. We get that. Alright, then we get Maxine Q. Take it on Natty again from last week, which ended in very much a no contest. After Natty just went crazy last week. Well, this week, it pretty much was nothing because it ended after Maxine basically knocked herself silly by hitting the ring post. The referee's like, she's out. Natty won by basically knockout. Even though she had to do nothing. Minute 40 match, if you want to call it a match. So Natty threw Maxine into the ring post, and Maxine got knocked the fuck out. I think she had a concussion, too. She didn't get up. She was, like, out. Like, night, good night. After one shot, good night, Most of those all about that, but I digress. Anyway. Alright, so we get that. So I gave that match 2 out of 5 stars. It was just pointless. Alright. Raquel Rodriguez all ready to win her way into the chamber. We got that final women's match with her, Kylie, and Io later on. And then JD McDumpfuck clears the air with Finn Balor saying, I just want you to be the world champion after beating Punk, hopefully, at the chamber. Finn says, whoops. Finn says, whoops, my notes went up. That's where it went. No, I'm kidding. Alright, let me get back to my notes. Back to my spot! Thank you. My spot, dog spot, new spot! Okay, move on. Alright, Finn says, brothers fight, it's water under the bridge, but he has to do this alone at the chamber. And that's cool with JD McDumbfuck, but then Dominic Guerrero comes in and says, I don't want you to do this on your own. You don't need to do it on your own. So next week, I need some help against Pentagon Zero. Miedo, because he's defending the IC belt next week. Probably lose it. Sorry, Eddie. He will not lose it! You have faith in my son! Okay. He will win. Hopefully. Alright. Alright, so Finn says, I've been focusing on myself lately because, I was on my own when everybody else was hurt. And tells Dom, maybe you need to grow up like that. What does he mean by that? I don't know. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. You better not screw my son! Okay. Not like that. Calm down. Alright. Eddie's wild tonight. Anyway. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we got another video for Garuda! Who? The Destroyer! Who? The Bringer of War! Who? That's Oba! Who? Femi. The man who pretty much killed Kit Wilson's career. Toxic! Okay. We got that. Alright, then we get the Mystery Crate, once again, back on Raw. Adam Pearce tells the delivery guy, the indie guy, send it to Chicago, where him and Nick Aldis will open it at the Elimination Chamber. And who comes out? It's Danhausen! Mr. Danhausen! I will curse you. Yeah, Danhausen comes out, curses the WWE to hell. Good. Good. Alright. So then, Alexander, Rusev smash Nana pussy! Yeah! He comes in, and then, Oba! Who? Femi! He comes in, I'm like, oh, we saw this last week. Let him fight. So Rusev says Oba talks too much for a rookie. He didn't say anything yet. What are you talking about? He was acting crazy, Rusev. Or Miro. That too. He says, you talk too much for a rookie. And looks like we got a match. But Adam Pearce says, another time, another place. Really, Adam? Adam! Should get it next week. God forbid we get it at Mania. Ugh. No, we don't need that. We don't need that at Mania. You know what we need? This guy. And that's Brock Lesnar. He comes out with, my name is Paul Heyman. And Brock didn't fall on his freaking entrance again. He saw the mark. He tells Heyman, like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fall this time. Bang! And he does his entrance. Pyro goes off perfectly. And he looks at Paul like, see, I told you. There's a water spot. That's how he fell the last time. There was a water spot. My spot, dog spot, water spot, but... My spot. Alright, so Paul does his usual shit. And, my name is Paul Heyman. And I am the advocate for the Beastie Conqueror, Brock Lesnar. Alright. He says, traditionally at Mania, there were two main events, the title match and the Undertaker's streak. And Brock is the man who took one of those away when he conquered the Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. Ugh. Don't remind me, Paul. So now the only dead man is the man who faces Lesnar at WrestleMania. So Heyman's like, I don't know who's gonna be. Because nobody in that locker room is crazy enough to face Brock. Oba maybe? Yeah, Oba's crazy. Anyway, so we see a list of the appearances Brock is going to make on the road to WrestleMania. 5 shows all on Raw in March. And you know what else is going to be on the show? Roman's on the show next week. My tribal chief is back next week. And following Oh, you gotta love that. That'll bump up the ratings. Anyway, and if anyone wants to take a chance, they can make their decision at any of those shows. Nobody has the guts to do it, but the chance is there. So they didn't really tease anything or anyone. So, but if they're still gonna do Eli Drake versus Brock just because Eli and Cody eliminated him from the Rumble, it kind of makes sense a little bit, but the marquee match has to be Oba versus Brock. They teased it at the Rumble. Oba teased it on Isa's little video, little short, at Creative Fest. He's like, Isa asked him, like, who do you want to fight at Mania? And Oba just openly said, Brock Lesnar, take my money. I was like, yeah, take our money. Shit. That's the match you have to have. Oba versus Brock. Anything else will suck dick. Or you can do Oba versus Omos 2. Not Oba, sorry. Brock versus Omos 2. The way it should be. But we get that. Yeah, so Brock has an open challenge. And we get that. We move on. Alright, where are we now? Okay. Yeah, we got that. Okay. So, 3.5 out of 5 stars for Beastie. Because Wheatley so good it brings back Beastie. Okay, we got that. Alright, Daban! Becky Lynch talks about how she changed the wrestling world and her cover of WWE 2K is a lot better than AJ Lee's husband. Damn. This is still going at it. And Punk and AJ went at Seth and Becky on ESPN, and then, Punk's crying about the fucking Cubs winning in 2016. Nobody cares! Fuck the Cubs. And that's that. AJ isn't even going to be the best AJ to retire this year. Ooh. Oh, Becky, damn. By the way, Becky, have you seen my tweets? Just one sec. Because I've been kind of going back and forth with Becky a little bit. Not back and forth, but Becky likes to leave her posts, and I kind of rehash it a little bit. She's saying, what was the last post? Saying that, that WrestleMania is going to be the greatest of all time because the greatest of all time is going to be on the show. And I commented, it says, WrestleMania will be the greatest of all time because Asuka's on the show. Because she's the greatest of all time. I haven't been blocked yet by Becky, so... I know you're seeing it. I know you see it, Becky. I know you see it, Becky. I still love you. But just remember, Becky, Asuka is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. So if you want to block me because I said that, go ahead. I don't care. Move on. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for Becky, the man. That's that. Alright, then we get the bouncy Javon Evans and Kofi Kingston. Offset is there. To be there with Xavier Woods and... Oh, he did it. Grayson Waller's there, so he didn't have the mask on. But we know it's him. Pretty much a great match. Back and forth they went. Kofi, it's an SOS! I love that theme. I love his old school OG theme. That's Kofi, But anyway. It's not because of near fall. But Javon's leg is fine enough for a handspring kick. One hell of a no-hands dive. Drops Kofi on the floor, but Grayson Waller cheap shots Javon. Referee, I guess, didn't see it. And, back in a famouser gives Kofi a near fall. And then Offset goes after Grayson Waller. And Kofi's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're making me crazy. We gotta survive. Or it's not gonna look good. Yeah, I got a problem with you. Anybody got a problem with that? Yeah, I got a problem with you, What happened to your accent, I thought you were supposed to be Jamaican, That was crazy when Kofi broke character and Hunter went after him on that. He's like, "Oh, what happened to your accent? I think you were supposed to be Jamaican." Oh, Kofi will never live that down. Shit. Alright, so after that distraction, Javon hits a mean, funky, with some stank on it, ghillie cutter, bang! 1, 2, 3, he gets the win in under 10.5 minutes. But that's that. Javon is going to do some fucking amazing shit in the chamber on tomorrow night. I'm telling you right now, he's going to hit an OG cutter from the top of the fucking pod. It's going to be insane when he hits that. And you thought that when he hit the diving OG cutter on, I think it was Rayo Bravo, remember that on Raw? That got, like, tons of hits, including mine. Because I did a short on it. 3,700 hits. Not as great as his, but, you know, still. Thanks, Javon. But when he hits that, I guarantee you that's going to get like 30 million fucking hits on YouTube. At least 30. It's going to be insane when he hits that. The fans are going to go completely berserk. Cole's going to jump out of his fucking seat. Back out! You know, freaking, if JR is on commentary, he'd be like, "Back out Almighty! He killed him in half! He broke him in half! Back out Almighty from the top of the pine! Tony Schiavone! I can't believe it! By God Almighty! Bobby, you saw Stone Cold!" Jericho would go nuts. This is crazy. And we got that. Alright, so Javon gets the win. 3 out of 5 stars for that set. Alright, then various wrestlers praise AJ. That. And then we go to the back. We see Frankie Kazarian. He's walking in the back. He stops and opens a door. I think it was a door or like a utility closet thing. And we see Abyss. Abyss! In full gear. We don't know him as Chris Parks. Producer himself. I'm like, damn, Abyss. Ah! I was having, yeah. Oh yeah. Prophecy in the house. Rosemary hit me up on fucking Twitter going berserk. And I freaking tweeted Abyss. And I said, Chris. I was like, Rosemary and Crazy Steve are very happy. Along with Black Taurus. You know him as DK. But we know him as the Prophecy, so. But that was great, seeing Abyss. Oh. Breaks my heart, he retarded. And then he walked to the ring together. Oh. You never even see that in TNA. Shit. But, man, seeing Abyss just makes me happy. Prophecy lives on, my friends. You see Abaddon. And we get that. Also, you see various music stuff, too. Rock Tour! Okay. Great band, by the way. Anyway, moving on. Alright, gotta finish this up because I gotta go to lunch. Alright, so that was nice. 3 out of 5 stars for that. And then Finn Balor comes out, very serious. Can I be serious for a minute? Like Lance Storm? Talks about how he wants to prove that he's the best in the world. At the Chamber, he's going to disrupt the WrestleMania main event. I hope not. There's a small chance he wins. And then you make it a triple threat, which I really don't want to see. Him, Punk, and Roman. Yeah. But WWE is trying to kind of play with our minds and give us hope that Finn is going to win. And they either lose it the week after, or they're going to do a triple threat with Roman. And Roman's like, I'll beat both of them easy. Pretty much. Roman's going to win the title anyway, so I care less. If Finn wins, great. If not, Punk's still going to lose. Look at that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Speaking of Punky Brewster, the schmuck comes out here to celebrate AJ Styles, so it's going to be brief. Yeah, we want to hear you talking. Like Cody, shut the fuck up. Excuse me, that too. So he wants to give AJ all the time in the world. So Punky says, it's great to be alive on a Monday night in Atlanta, GA. Cheap heat. Cheap pop. But what if I don't get to say that again? Says Finn wants a title shot and broke up Punk versus AJ in Toronto. People have been asking him what he's doing, and the answer is the best that I can. Following the examples of the legends to share the locker room with, and that's the best I can do. Don't like dealing in what ifs. But what if Roman was here? And he's like, well, Roman wasn't there. He says Roman will be on the show next week in Indianapolis. But Punk's like, I don't have to deal with in what ifs. I don't have to ask what if I'm in the main event of WrestleMania, because I'm in the main event of WrestleMania, because I'm the best in the world, and if I see Roman, I'm gonna knock him out next week. You ain't gonna do shit. Alright? Shut the fuck up. Roman's going to knock you the fuck back to Chicago. And pretty much back into retirement. Where you belong. And you can just sit on the couch and looking at your hot wife, AJ Lee's hot damn ass. That ass is amazing. That's all you got. That's all, the only thing you're good for, Punk, is your wife. I used to like you, now I don't really like you that much. But when you mess with my tribal chief, you know, I have to side with my tribal chief, So, get ready. In about a month and a half, Punk, your title reign goes bye-bye. And we start the next reign of terror for Roman Reigns. Roman and his 5-year reign. Coming in. It's coming, baby. We can't wait. I can't wait till Roman wins the belt again and holds it for life. Nobody's gonna beat him. Nobody. Maybe Oba. That's the only person I can see beating Roman at this point. Nobody, anybody else? Cannot see it. So, get ready for Roman versus Oba, probably in about a year from now. That's not gonna happen too quick. I doubt it. Roman, if it happens at SummerSlam, I'd rather have Oba go from WrestleMania up to next year's WrestleMania. Maybe win the Royal Rumble next year. I pencil that in. Let him win the Royal Rumble next year. Challenge Roman at Mania 43. And maybe win the belt from Roman. Sadly say that, I'm sorry. But have Oba win the title from Roman at Mania 43. Or you do it at SummerSlam next year. Either way, I think Oba would be the one to dethrone Roman. So, Roman can have a year reign, and it'll be great. And you have maybe Oba go after the Intercontinental title, whip Pentagon's ass, or somebody else's ass. Maybe just put him on SmackDown, let him beat Drew, Cody, or Jacob, whoever is the champion over there. That's what I would do. Just send him to SmackDown, let him just run amok on SmackDown. Or what maybe you could do is have Oba win the SmackDown title, Roman keeps the title up until Crown Jewel, then you have that match for the Crown Jewel title, you have Roman versus Oba 1, and then you do 2 at Mania for maybe both titles. Either way, I would love to see it. Not too soon though, but I want to see it like next year. But knowing WWE, they'll put them together sometime this year. It'll be great. Big beefy men slapping me. We got that. Alright, then we got Io, my girl, Io. My third wife taking on my second wife, Kairi Sane, and Raquel Rodriguez. It was a pretty good match. Getting to the end, Raquel comes back in after Io connects with the over-the-moon salt on Kairi. They broke it up, and Kairi and Io kind of teamed up on Raquel at one point. They're high-fiving, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't mean to do that. Right. Kairi and Io are going to get back together by the summer. And Asuka's just gonna be, mad. Anti-Asuka. Alright, so she hits that. Raquel broke it up. And then Raquel comes back in, gets dropkicked in the corner. Io hits the bullet train. Those knees. And a top rope diving... I don't know what she was trying to do, a swanton, but... She hits a top rope tornado DDT, something rare from Io. Plants Raquel. Kairi broke up the over the moonsault attempt. Goes for the insane elbow. That missed. Sorry, Kairi. And then Raquel gets up, hits the Tahana bomb on Kairi. Why is Kairi taking pins? Why? So Raquel goes to the chamber, and Io, well, she has to go to SmackDown with Mami to defend the women's tag team titles tonight against Nia, Jax, and Lash Legend. Get shit done. Probably get I think we're gonna get a title change tonight. I have a feeling. I just do. That we're gonna get new women's tag team champions. But we'll see. Alright, match was just under 11 minutes. Pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we get a video, not a video, sorry. We get a rundown for the chamber. We get that. Alright, then we get a tribute video to AJ, set to higher by Creed. Can you please get fired? No, not that. That's the Joe Hendry version, which sucks. But anyway, great video. Highlight of the night by, like, millions of miles. Alright, so AJ comes out, bumps into, I think, a camera on the way into his epic entrance. So, blah, blah, blah. So he gets to the ring and says, I was going to wear a suit, but the last time I did that, I beat up Cody Rhodes. I want to see that again. So, grew up 45 minutes from here in Gainesville, Georgia. Fell in love with wrestling in Gainesville, wrestling the Asylum, TNA reference. The Asylum in Nashville, the Tokyo Dome in Japan, no Japan reference, and under the bright lights of WrestleMania. Talks about, in Japan, he met the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, taught him how to have fun. Great theme, by the way. Done just about everything in wrestling, but I haven't been a full-time father. I miss birthdays, anniversaries, games, everything. And my biggest flex is having the best-looking wife in the world. Wendy! Wendy! Hello, Wendy! Never held him back. By the way, Wendy looks mad young. She looks like she's 20, 25, but she's like 30, 40 something. 4 kids? AJ be knocking that ass. Just saying. Anyway. She never held him back. Kept the family together while he watched them grow up on FaceTime. Thanks to more people here with Wendy, obviously his kids. Then he talks about losing to Walter at the Rumble. Didn't go the way he wanted to, but he got to go out 10 years after he debuted at the same Royal Rumble. Well, the same show, basically. Didn't leave his gloves in the ring, but at the end of the day, he's a man of his word, and all he has left is his words. So AJ takes off his phenomenal jacket and the gloves, basically his gear, lays it down in the ring, and says, my home is here in Atlanta. And then the locker room come out, SmackDown stars come out, they all applaud him, and then, dong, the lights go out. Sabu! No, you stay there, Sabu. Biker Taker? Oh, I wish it was normal Taker, but, Phenom Taker, but Biker Taker's okay. The American Badass, the goat of all fucking goats of the modern era, The Undertaker comes out and says, we have unfinished business. I'm like, uh-oh. And the big surprise, you're going to the Hall of Fame. It's a little tease. I'd like to see AJ and Taker go at it one more time, but... WrestleMania 36, Boneyard match, great match that it was. And that's it. So nothing else happened. AJ's surprised, because it's a big surprise to everybody. So, that's it. So they hug, and that's it. And then we get an in memory of Kerwin Silfies once again, the producer extraordinaire for WWE. So we get that. So, it was a great tribute. And that's pretty much it. Great tribute to AJ. And AJ, thank you for all your years of service. All your great matches and everything. Wish you went back to AEW, or we don't know. He did sign a new contract, by the way. But I think it's like a Legends contract, some shit like that. So he'll appear here and there on Monday Night Raw. Maybe Legends Night, or just there. You know. So, that's that. I wish he never signed that contract, though, because I think they put it, you know, and I agree with a lot of the IWC people that they put AJ in because they knew that Tony Khan was gonna give AJ a lucrative deal to be in AEW for a little while. So that's why Hunter and everybody's like, oh, we gotta put him in before he goes to AEW. But how many people that were Hall of Famers went to AEW anyway? Edge, Flair, Sting. AJ's going to AEW. I have a feeling we'll see him. We're going to see AJ when we least expect it. It's not going to be a revolution. They were thinking that. That's why they put him in the Hall of Fame, because he might have signed a deal and appear at Revolution. I would be amazed if he's there, but I think the one show he could be at, Double or Nothing in New York. So, get ready for a surprise! Possibly, but we'll see. That's that. Alright, that is Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, and I am out of here. I gotta go to lunch, and then I'll be back after lunch. Gonna go out for a quickie lunch, and then come back, and then rest. So that's that. Alright, so I am out of here, guys. For Raw, I gave the tribute show 7.5 out of 10 stars. Matches were alright, not great, but Kofi versus Javon, I think, was the best match of the night. And seeing the Good Brothers back, you know, with them and the Girls of Destiny, that was epic. You know, the video, the AJ, I thought that was epic. And, yeah, everything else was decent at best. So, 7.5 out of 10 stars for that. And that's it. Alright, guys, I am out of here. I will be back in a little bit, maybe about an hour or so from now, with your AEW Dynamite review. And if I get some time, maybe your TNA review. So, probably 3, maybe 4 videos today. We'll see what happens with all that. But stay tuned to my channels. Subscribe to my channels. As well, leave a comment if you wish, but only stupid comments. They're going to get deleted, and you will be too. That's that. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Remember it, because that's the greatest catchphrase in the history of the sport. There's none better. That's that. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, until next time. Peace.